everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today I'm going to show you how to make a homemade cherry pie with a lattice crust. For the ingredients, you will need 5 cups of pitted cherries. If you don't have a cherry pitter, you can just get 1 soda can and get a chopstick and poke the cherry to get the pits out, and then it will fall in the can. You'll need 1/4 cup of cornstarch, 1/3 cup of sugar. These cherries are already really sweet, so we're only using 1/3 cup of sugar. But if the cherries aren't that sweet, you could use up to 1 cup of sugar. You'll also need 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon of almond extract and a juice of 1 lemon. You'll also need some pie crust. We made homemade pie crust, but you can use a ready-made pie crust, and we just split it in half and wrapped it in plastic wrap. And then this one is for the bottom of the pie, and this is for the lattice part. You'll also need like 1/2 cup of flour to put on the dough and your surface so it doesn't stick to the surface, 1 baking tin, 1 cookie sheet, and a rolling pin. So now I'm going to juice 1 lemon in here. So I'm just going to keep juicing this lemon until I get all of the lemon juice out of it. There. So now after that, you want to get a butter knife and scrape all the stuff stuck on this part into here, and anything that's fallen right here. Then you want to go like this in the holes so all the juice gets put in there. Now take your bowl of cherries, and then you're going to put in your cornstarch, sugar, vanilla extract, almond extract, and lemon juice. So now you're going to stir all of your ingredients together. But if you haven't tried almond extract in your cherry pie, you should. Well, I suggest it because it really brings out the cherry flavor. So now I'm just going to mix all of these ingredients together. The cornstarch, sugar, vanilla extract, almond extract, and lemon juice. We forgot to add this, but you'll also need 1/8 teaspoon of salt. I've taken my pie dough out of the fridge to roll it out. So now I'm just going to take some flour and sprinkle it on the counter. So the pie dough doesn't stick. Then I'm going to spread it out on here. Okay, so now that you have dusted your surface, you're going to unwrap the pie dough. And then put it on here. And then sprinkle some of it on top. So the pie dough doesn't stick to your rolling pin, just sprinkle some flour on top of it so it doesn't stick. So we're just gonna sprinkle that, start from the middle, and then roll it out like this. So you're just gonna keep rolling out your dough. And depending on the size of your pan, that's how big you should roll it out. So always make sure that you start from the middle and then roll out. So when you roll your pie dough out to the width you like, put it under the dough and then transfer it to your pan. So before putting your dough onto your pan, make sure you spread it. So now I'm going to transfer this over here. So when you put your dough in the pan, just kind of press it down like this so it shapes the pan. And then if you have like a tear or anything like right here, you could just bunch up the dough right here and then start pressing it down. So now we're just going to put this in the fridge while we roll out our other dough and work on the lattice topping. So now you're going to flour your surface again. And then we're working on the lattice topping, so you're going to unwrap your dough out of the plastic wrap. Then you're just going to put this right where the flour is. And then put some flour on your rolling pin. Then you're just going to start from the middle and go out, middle, out, and then keep rotating. And then we're going to want to cut 10 strips for the lattice. And then we're just using this pizza cutter here so we can cut it. So any workspace that you're working on with food that you're going to put on the surface, make sure you wash your hands and it's completely sanitized. So now for your lattice top, you're going to get your pizza cutter and cut 1-inch wide strips for your lattice top. You're going to cut 10 strips. So now we've taken our pie dough out of the fridge, and now we're going to put our cherry filling in it. Okay, so make sure you have all of the cherries inside your pie, and make sure you have all the juice in there as well. So put some butter cubes into the fridge to make it cold, and then slice it up into little cubes, and then we're just going to sprinkle this all over the pie before we put the lattice on. So we're going to put our lattice on top here, and we're only going to put out 5 going this way. So put your shorter ones on the outside, and then your longer ones on the inside, like towards the middle. You're going to take one piece for the middle, take the strips number 2 and number 4, and then put them like this, like in half. Then get your long strip and then put them right there in the middle. And then you just flip this back over it. So then you're going to get another strip and then keep doing the same thing, but the opposite ones. We have another strip, and this time we're gonna lift the first, third, and fifth. Then we're going to put, if it breaks, don't worry, because this is long enough to reach. So we're just gonna put that there, and then fold it back over like this. And then we're going to put two strips on each side on the middle. So here's the middle, and then we're gonna put one more on this side and two on this side. So before you start trimming the edges, you just wanna press them into the dough before you start trimming, so it sticks on there. And this is how the lattice looks after you have folded all of it. So we're just gonna press all of it down. Okay, so now we're gonna start trimming the edges, but we're not gonna trim too much because we're gonna put a design on the dough. Okay, so after you cut it, you're just gonna lift it up a little bit and align it with the bowl, the thing, and then press all around. So now we're gonna start making the design on our dough. So you take your two fingers, you press here, and then you take your other finger, and then you just push like that, and then you keep going all around the pie. Okay, so after you put the edging around it that you like, you're just gonna get some egg whites and you're gonna separate it of one egg, and then you're gonna get a brush and then just brush it along the side here. But make sure not to get it inside of the pie, but like on the crust part. So after the egg wash finish, I'm going to put some sugar on top so we have a sugar crust. We're going to put foil around all the edges so the crust doesn't burn. We've already preheated our oven to 425 degrees. For the first 35 minutes, we're going to bake it in there with all the foil around it. And then for the next 30 minutes, we're going to turn down the heat to 375 degrees. And then for the last 15 minutes, we're going to take off the foil and then cook it. Okay, so now we're going to put our pie in for 35 minutes at 425 degrees. So our pie just came out of the oven and it stopped bubbling, but we waited until it was bubbling, so we took it out, and you have to wait till it completely cools. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. It's totally free. Thank you. Bye.